Spider, 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 please these misties writers. Spider! What's good, man? Young Spider. Back with another video, bro. Today, man, we gonna be talking about classics in music, man. What are classics, you know? Cause, you know, I see shit like this all the time when I'm on Twitter. I be scrolling, I come across a post, they're like, which of these albums are classics? And then you always see these different type of answers. But I feel like everyone just sort of has different criterias for what makes an album a classic. So it can't be a little hard to decide what are classics and what aren't classics. And of course, with music being subjective, that's just natural to happen. But I don't think classics are like an album that you just like a lot. Like, nah, I think it's a little bit more different than this. Oh, I really love this album a lot, you know? So for me, when I was trying to figure out what a classic was, I was scourging the internet, trying to see what different opinions were on this take. For me, I came across three things. Number one is quality. Of course, the album has to be great. The album cannot be good. It has to be at least great. And on my rating scale, I would say it has to at least be an 85 overall. For me, that is a really great album. You know what I'm saying? You're damn near a 90. The next thing I would say is longevity. I feel like that's a given too. Like that's why albums are called classics, because it stands the test of time. So like 5 years from now, you drop an album today, I drop an album today. 5 years from now, if I want it to be considered a classic, it has to stand the test of time and still sound as good as ever, still be as great as ever. People are still talking about this album. It has to have longevity. It has to be like LeBron. It still has to be hooping it even in year 18. And the last thing I would say is impact. It's got to impact the culture in some way. That could be an influence, sound, or just how damn good the album is. Or maybe it just charts and the album is everywhere. That's an impact as well. But like, it has to have some type of impact on the culture. Those are the three things I would say that would make an album a classic for me. But also, ultimately, I saw someone say this when I was trying to discover what people think a classic is. Someone said something, and they said something like this: I'm not going through an album looking for things that make an album a classic. I'm not saying, ooh, okay, this song is good enough. Okay, maybe this will make it a classic. Ooh, this song isn't good enough. It won't make it a classic. A classic to me is more so like a feeling. After I'm done with the album and I digest it, I can look at this and say, this has the potential to be the classic. Or maybe years later, I realize this is a classic. So a classic is more so like a feeling more than anything. Like, you just got that feeling like, oh shit, this is a classic. It's not really like a score or you got to put it in all these damn categories, you know? And when we talk about classics, I feel like people just still talk about the older shit, like the Lauryn Hill shit, the Tupacs, and you know what I'm saying, like the old shit, what Kanye West was doing in the early 2010s and early 2000s. But what about now? What are some classics that we, the people, have gotten recently? You know, so that's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about some albums that have came out recently that I would say are classics. Now, like I said, a key thing is longevity. So the album has to have been out for at least 5 years as of 2025 for it to be in this video. So without further ado, man, here are some current classics.
Overly joyful, sunny beats, villain lyrics. Thug thinks I'm his best.
So much fun. Literally, the album is so much fun. It's the perfect title. This is the album that made me a Young Thug. Like, I realized, now I'm not gonna say it made me a Young Thug fan, but it made me go, Young Thug is my GOAT. Young Thug is the GOAT. This is the album. This is when I realized, okay, this is that guy. Like, there is a reason why so many people cite this as Thug's best album, even though I disagree. You know what I'm saying? I have it at 4 though, so it's really not that crazy to me. But there's a reason why. Because this album impacted the culture. The culture felt this one. Overly felt this one. And not just the culture. This album was everywhere. Hot was everywhere. Then the Hot remix came out. That shit was everywhere. The London with J. Cole was everywhere. A Lil Baby. Wait, what's the song with the Lil Baby feature? That song was everywhere too. It's not called Lil Baby though. Cause that's another song on that. I forgot what that song is called. But that song was everywhere too. I'm talking. I be warming up for basketball games in high school. I hear that song. Surf. That song was everywhere. But yeah, just an insane album. And in a time where I struggle with a lot of 20+ song albums, cause there's sometimes there's fillers, sometimes there's a lot of songs like, okay, you just threw this on here to throw this on here. I really don't have this with this album. Like from top to bottom, I thoroughly enjoy this album. And like I knew we was in for a treat as soon as I heard just how it is. Low key, I could have called it a classic just off that one song. I sat there and finished the song. Yeah, this gonna be a goddamn classic. Like that's what I could have did, because this album's insane, bro. Like it's genuinely insane, and I understand why Thug called it his best album, because like it really is an insane album, bro. And this album was just such a key part of my life throughout the whole entire high school experience, because it came out right before I started my freshman. No, it came out literally the first day of my freshman year. So I had this album from the start of literally the first day of my freshman year to the minute I graduated. So this album always just takes me back to my high school days, because it was such a key part in my life throughout my high school experience. And like, it's crazy. I saw something that said, like the music that you listen to in your teens, those like, I don't know. I think it said it helps build your character on who you are. So much fun, or it was something like that. You know, I think Rap posted it or something. But so much fun really is a key part of my foundation. Literally, it is, because this is a key part of my teens, bro. Of me becoming a goddamn man. And it always does bum me out when I really think about it that I didn't get to witness him go on tour for this album, because I'm a big concert guy. But you know, when he was going on tour for this, I was 14, I was broke. And he actually came to my city. And I really didn't have a concept of like tours and concerts and shit. Like they just weren't a thought in my head. But it's crazy because I remember he came to like my city like the week of my birthday. So I could have had that for a birthday gift had I really asked. But yeah, when I think about it, that does really bum me out.
A shocker to some, this was the start of his run. Really was his turn.
My turn. Man. You know, this album means a little bit more to me. It really does, because I've been with Lil Baby for a minute up to this point. My brother put me onto him very early in his career, before like he had really popped, you know. So when he got to my turn and he got the fruits of his labor and really shined, it meant the world to me, bro. Like it really, really meant the world to me. And like just seeing the masses give him the respect I feel like he deserved, because I feel like he deserved the respect he was getting for my turn. I feel like he deserved that with Street Gossip, because I really love Street Gossip. I feel like niggas should have been giving him his props when Street Gossip came out. They didn't do that. So I'm like, okay, cool. My turn came out, and I knew I should have knew my turn was gonna be some hot shit when he dropped the lead single, Something to Prove. I got something to prove. I got something to do. I'm paying my dues. I mean, literally, I'm all gonna be you hearing me. I was my kids be rid of me. They didn't get rid of me. I'm about to come on, man. Come on, man. There's a reason why niggas say they miss 2020 Lil Baby. It's because of this album. This album had that impact where we 5 years later, niggas still talk about 2020 Lil Baby. And just sheer numbers wise, like actual like charting and shit, this album was everywhere. We had Heating Up with Gunna. That was a lot of places. Whoa. Yeah. Now you gotta get fly SP. Whoa. Yeah, I'm saying that was everywhere. Grace with 42 Doug was everywhere. Let me see what else. Emotionally Scarred, that was big. Commercial was big. Something to Prove also did a lot of good shit. Catch the Sun was on the literal movie soundtrack. Let's see what else we got on here. We Paid, that was a mega hit as well. Low Down became a hit once that basketball team went on a run. All In, did some pretty good numbers once I didn't even talk about the goddamn deluxe. The deluxe, that was generational. The deluxe really made an already great album into a greater album. Is that not insane? And I also didn't mention this, but I feel like a classic should take you back to the time when you was really feeling this album, like around the time it came out or just that year it came out, you know? Because that's what this album does. It takes me back to 2020. We got COVID and shit and all types of bullshit going on. We all stuck in the house, but Lil Baby is keeping us fed with My Turn and then the My Turn Deluxe. And I literally remember before the deluxe came out, he previewed the We Paid snippet. And I'm just like, bro, this nigga gotta drop this because he's snapping on this jump. It was crazy, bro. And like, even 5 years later, I'm still playing this junk, bro. It is still in rotation. It is just a great album. It's one of my favorite albums ever, bro. By the way, Humble, that might be the best Lil Baby song ever. Humble is crazy, bro. That's that real hunger.
Smooth and elegant. We miss this Taurus and Wheezy. We miss this Gunna.
Wanna has aged so well. It's actually crazy. The beats are still as beautiful as ever. The flows still as smooth as ever. Like, this is truly a timeless album. I could play this for my grandkids. Niggas gonna be like, oh, pops, this is hard. Like, this is a timeless album. Timeless. Now, I will say this album didn't do as big as the others numbers wise, because, you know, I think the biggest hit on it was Dollars on My Head. I'm looking at it right now. Dollars on My Head and Blindfold. Met Gala was pretty big too. So compared to the other two, this album didn't have as like big hits, but to the culture, it means a lot to the culture. I mean, to this day, we got niggas saying, I miss the Wanna era Gunna. I miss 2020 Gunna. Cause like, dude, this is the pinnacle of Gunna. I feel like this is when Gunna really mastered it. Like, he really, kumbaya. He reached his peak. It's like when Shay last year won MVP, won finals MVP, won a ring. He did all that. This is that for Gunna. Like, he really mastered this music shit in his style, you know? This is his style at his peak. And it does bother me. It does suck that I know we're not, I mean, let's be honest. We're not going to get an album on this level again from Gunna. We're just not. He doesn't have the Weezy and stuff, who they both benefited from each other. Doesn't have Taurus, who they both benefit from each other. Doesn't have these guys, you know? So he doesn't have that anymore to reach these heights again. So that does suck. So, you know what I'm saying? It makes me even cherish this album even more, because I know we're not getting something like this again from him. Yeah, this is like easily his best album to me, like from top to bottom. And again, it's one of those rare 20+ song albums that I'm really not bothered by the length of it. Like, I can really stick with this album from top to bottom, and I'm not bothered by it at all. And two songs I feel like that don't get the love it deserve, Do Better and Rockstar Bikers and Chain. I feel like those songs do not get the love they deserve.
So 2016 makes me want to hit the folks, full of yas and whats.
And last but not least, man, I love this album so much. It means so much to me, bro. Like I said, I feel like classics should have the ability to take you back. Anytime I hear this, I get taken back to 2016, bro. I get taken back to the summer. It just has that vibe. And I've said it before, like, this is to me like the happiest album ever, because Uzi is just so joyful on here. I mean, bro, let's just go over the track list. We only 10 songs, but it's in a sensational 10. It's a terrific 10. Shout out to Alliteration. Now I do what I want. Now I do what I, bro. Anytime this album come on, you got to hit the Lil Uzi shoulder on. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You got Do What I Want. Money Mitch, insane. Silent watching. Hold up. Let me count these checks. Flex on my ex. Come on. Russell Westbrook anthem. You're Lost. Erase Your Social. Woo! Erase Your Social. Erase. Rhonda. Such a happy song. 7 Million with Future. This is when we knew Future and Uzi were a sensational duo. But like, this album means something to me, man. And for the longest time, I did think this was Uzi's best work. I did. I want to say up until last year, until I gave his whole discography a listen. I was like, okay, I was wrong, but this is still top 5. And for a lot of artists, this would be their best album. Like, this was such a great era, bro, of not just music, but in life in general. And when I'm listening to this album, I get taken back to that era. I remember this is when I didn't have an iPhone at this time. I had a Samsung. So like I would have to illegally download music on my phone and shit. I had satellite watching on this phone. I had to do what I want on that phone. And in general, I just get taken back to SoundCloud era too, when you had to I had to listen to music on SoundCloud because I didn't have streaming services because I had a weak ass Samsung. Like when I'm hearing this album, I just feel like the colors in the earth get brighter. You know, like my spirits get uplifted more. It's a top tier album, and it really does just bring happiness out of me. But yeah, bro, that's all for the video, man. Those are the 4 modern classic albums I want to talk about, recent classic albums I want to talk about. But yeah, I might do another part to this, who knows, man. Might do another video as like future classic albums, or albums that will be classics soon. But like, comment, subscribe, all that good shit, man. Appreciate y'all niggas, man. Young Spadowski, love y'all. Yeah.